Hi. I recently put up a video showing the collection of old computers in my house. During the recording of that video, one of them, my Power Mac 6100 here, had a little accident, and one of the feet got broken off of it. So it no longer sits level on the table. And I'm going to see what I can do to fix that, because I actually have replacement parts that I'm going to try installing. Alright, to take a look at the damage here, let's flip over the computer gently. And these 3 feet, still intact. This foot has broken off, so I have the broken pieces stored away here, all of the parts of it that I could find. I think I'm still missing a piece that might be rattling around in here. I pulled some of them out of there, but there may be more. So in this bag, I just kept the pieces in case I wanted to try gluing them back together. So there's this one, and then 3 more in here, 2 little ones, 1 littler one. I'm not going to try putting back on that piece, because I watch several people who do old computer repairs, and they have often mentioned a site called Mac Effects. And I thought, so this is a website that specializes in replacement parts for old Macintosh computers. I thought, what if I went there and checked if they happened to have a product specifically for this? I thought there was a pretty low chance of that being the case, but when I went to their store, the very first thing listed was a set of 4 replacement feet for this model of computer. So apparently this is a very common problem, so much so that the very first item on the shop is for this. So I have a shipment here from them. Haven't actually opened it yet. Let's see what's inside. I guess I open this way. No, I guess I open... Does this come up? Okay, there's more tape. So this. This. Open. Eventually. Here we go. Alright. Bubble wrapped bag. Somehow this opens. Here we go. And these are injection molded replacement parts meant specifically to fit this. Looks pretty good. The shape is slightly different on this side, the side you don't see. Over here, this looks like a pretty exact match. The color is different. Aging plastics will do that, but the shape is great. So right now I'm just going to try installing this one. I was warned on the website that it may be a very tight fit and I may need to tweak the metal frame of the computer for it to fit on. So I'm prepared with various tools here that might help with this process. Let's just see what I can do here. Okay, so that looks... How on earth? I guess I would put it on like this and slide it this way. That makes sense. If I just put it here and push... that might be going. Maybe. Well, I'm going to work at this for a bit and see if I can get anywhere. Alright, here's another angle. So there are these 2 little things here that would clip onto below those things. Wow, I have great vocabulary for this. The thing goes on the thing. I'm going to try putting it on this way and pushing. And if I wiggle it, it doesn't seem to want to move. Let's try the other direction. I think I just clipped down the top of this, which is currently sitting on the table. Alright, so since I was warned I might need to tweak the metal, let's try just gently using a pair of pliers here to bend this up just a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. And I think I moved that. And if I try this again, this way around, let's try it this way. I don't know if this part might need to move a bit actually. Maybe that's getting in the way, because this kind of goes... There's like a little dish that it sits in here. So if I were to take the top off of this thing, how would I even do that from this angle though? Alright, so top is removed and set aside. There should be plenty of frame for this to sit on upside down without getting in the way of anything without the case, I think. So let's try that. Shouldn't be anything falling out. I say as several little pieces of dust and plastic do, but not a big deal. Oh, did I just find the other side of... No, that's something else. Yeah, okay, so there's some various debris in there. This is... turned it around by accident. So with that case out of the way, you are sitting on a SCSI cable. There we go. With that case out of the way, maybe this will slide on more cooperatively. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that did it. It's a little bit loose now. These others are too, so there's a little bit of play in all of them. Alright, so the question is, do I want to try to pop these others off and put in all of the replacements, or just be satisfied with the one? I think I want to pop the others off. So if I can just gently slide this some direction, let's try forward, and hope it doesn't break. Actually, so what does the bottom of this look like? That's... yeah, I think that is the same shape, so this should just slide one of these directions. Let's try it forward. Let's try backward. Well, there was a little sound of something maybe breaking. This might result in this getting broken by doing this process. I do not know how this comes off. I'm going to push from here. No luck. Okay. Well, I could just leave this until it breaks. Let's try some of the others and see if any of them are looser. Nope, no luck on that one. Maybe the other direction. Nope. This one. Kind of pushing in, and then one of the two directions should work. Doesn't seem like it matters which one. Probably can't see what I'm doing, but don't worry about it. Well, that made some noise. Yeah, this is probably going to snap if I keep at this. That's my suspicion. What if I pull, and then... well, that snapped it off. Alright, I mean that was kind of inevitable. But this is why the replacements exist, and why they come in a pack of 4. Alright, well I guess I could just snap these others off. It's not like there's a lot of value to those, I guess. I would prefer the replacements. So let's see if I can get this on without having to tweak the metal. Okay, it kind of sort of starts to go, but let's tweak the metal just a little bit like I did in the other spot. Just get here and gently bend outward, just slightly. Not a lot of force, just enough to move it a little bit. On, slide in place maybe? Let's try the other direction. I think this is kind of catching on a... yeah, I can see what it's catching on. I go the other direction. Oh, oh, progress. There we go, that's 2 of them. Alright, well, I'm just going to snap this off. Might not be much of a choice if I want to replace the last 2, and now I got this silly mismatched pair, so I kind of do. I will try to get these 2 off without any damage, but I doubt that's going to be possible. Yeah, alright, that sword's broken, other piece of it broke. That's just how it's going to be. Alright, fine. Let's just snap the last one off. So just kind of pull this way, snap. There it goes. That's just... that showed how fragile those were, because that was very easy to do. Okay, last 2. I'm just going to go ahead and pre-tweak them. Bend just a slight little bit. Bend just a slight little bit. I don't want them to go in there loose. Just give them a tiny bit more play. I guess I could have tested them first to make sure that was necessary. Alright, so on. That one slid in nice and easy. Last one. Last one's not quite as willing, but I think I can get it with a little bit of work. There we go. All right, all 4 feet replaced. Let's get the top back on this thing and get these broken pieces out of the way. Can I do this from this side? Well, no, that's backward. So it's this way. Okay, so with the top on, let's see how that looks. So slides around, nice. Perfectly level. Alright, well, that's my Power Mac 6100. Feet look like that. Yeah, the color's different. That's okay. It can be different. That is fine. As long as it sits level and is nice and durable. I think I am happy with that result. Yep. Looking good. Okay. So those are all fixed up. And here are the little broken bits of plastic. The 2 tabs that I guess were attached here, sticking like this way and this way. There's all of these little pieces. Alright, so you are in better physical shape now. At some point, I'll fix your insides. I know a lot of this stuff works. The hard drive is no good. I do want to recover the data on it. That will be another day. CD-ROM drive, I think that's actually also dead, so that might need some more. Floppy drive I know is good. The power supply is good, logic board's good, everything else, but yeah, CD-ROM I think was iffy. Hard drive would not work, whatever I did with it. Floppy drive was good. Alright, that is a fix for that little issue.